This morning, I wanted to personally come by and congratulate all the forces in PAO and the region by extension. Congratulations on the work done. It is one of the most pacified regions. When that doesn't mean it's over, you also encourage continuing the fight. It's a very dense area with quite a bit of forest. Certainly, you were able to push back the enemy who tried to establish themselves here. And I hope that you continue to patrol these forests, ensuring there are no attempts to return. So, as I said, congratulations and my encouragement for what's next. I hope I'm being clear. Just because the enemy can no longer penetrate doesn't mean it's over. It's a guerrilla, and here we are at the National Commando Training Center. A commando knows what infiltration means, so the enemy is capable of infiltrating. This factor must be taken into account, and you must remain constantly vigilant. After that, I wish for everyone to further reflect on their commitment. His commitment, because we have a war imposed on us. And today, more than ever, I think that all the forces fighting must understand why we are fighting. And I often tell the head of state to be able to explain to the men why we are fighting. We do not fight because we want to fight. We fight because we have been attacked. A war was forced upon us. And why was this war forced upon us? I think everyone must understand. Because they want our land without us. And it didn't start today. It has always been like that. The case for Africa. Remember slavery, where many Africans were deported. The brave and able-bodied, by the way, those of childbearing age, who were deported, many died and were emptied from Africa. Then came the era of colonization, where they came to us, they massacred our ancestors. They killed as many as possible. Africa was colonized multiple times. And today, more than ever, it's a new form of colonization. And why does Africa suffer so much? Because we have resources that interest the imperialists. I think each and every one of you must understand it. If you are able to be on the front line, to fight to the ultimate sacrifice, as they say, it means you understand the meaning of your commitments. You came to defend the nation, to protect this land, bequeathed to us by our ancestors. The predecessors wrote the anthem for us. And I think that when you listen to the anthem of Burkina, it starts with against. But c'est là, maintenant, because they opposed many forms of colonization. The Burkinabe is against humiliation. We are against all forms of domination. The Burkinabe is against neo-colonialism. And all of this is what you must. To understand that they wrote the anthem to oppose a number of issues in this world. And they defended this land. They bequeathed the land to us. And our duty is to fight and defend our lands as well, to pass them on to our children.
Today we fight, but not necessarily for ourselves, but for our children. Who here does not love their child? For those who have children.
Everyone loves their child. If a danger were to come to a child, the father would prefer to take the danger to spare the child. This means the father would rather die so that his child survives. So we fight today for future generations, to leave them better lands so they can live comfortably.
Although there is no holding back in this fight, we will oppose anything these dominators want to impose on us. And you must keep fighting for that. Listen carefully to our anthem, and that should give you more motivation.
Get involved because I often say it. Burkina is very rich. Today our numbers have grown in the armed forces, in the internal security forces, and also in terms of equipment. We have made a lot of efforts, but where did we get these resources?
Understand that there was wealth that was mismanaged.
And there is even more. Because as some might think or imagine, there is no bank where you can go take a loan in that world to pay for weapons. There is none. No loans are given in that world to pay for weapons. If you want to arm yourself, you must use your own funds. But in the recent past, we were deployed. We were not armed like this. Far from it. I think there are many elders here who have experienced the same thing, who can advise the younger ones. What did we experience just yesterday? And what do we experience today? And that should give you motivation to fight. And that's very important. Fight for your lands. Fight to leave a better Burkina for future generations. Fight so that we can decently exploit our resources and benefit from it. We have launched several initiatives. Our parents in the village are more or less satisfied with everything we're doing for them in agriculture. Because our population is mostly agricultural, with everything we're doing in road infrastructure, to be able to move around and all that. But all of this is with our resources.
You look at images of other countries. You would like your country to also resemble those so-called developed countries. You think it's impossible. Well, it is possible.
I was telling someone 2 years ago, I said that elsewhere. Even animal hospitals are often better equipped than our hospitals here that treat us in terms of equipment and all. But what are we going to do to reach that level? Well, we are going to catch up and surpass. This is what led us to launch programs to build modern equipped health centers. There is no reason for us to lag behind. It is to say that everything we do, it is possible to do it. That's why we do it. And we will continue in this direction. Those who have the chance to go for internships abroad, taking photos by the lovely streets, the beautiful buildings, it's possible here in Burkina. And that's what we will do so that you live comfortably and well.
But for that, you have to fight first. That is why I say you have to reflect on your commitment, listen to our anthem, and fight.
You are very brave, very combative. But often, there are behaviors that lead to unnecessary losses, particularly the use of mobile phones. Those who will show themselves incapable of changing, of giving up the phone during operations, we will remove from our ranks and we will punish them severely. Because we will not allow that someone with a phone addiction endangers the lives of others. Can you imagine? You are on detachment at your position, good soldiers on guard, focused at their posts. They finish, they step down, they need to rest. And a saboteur finds himself at his post with his phone on TikTok or whatever, one XBIC, until the enemy approaches, attacks, and the good soldiers could die in their rest. Do you want us to keep them in our ranks?
Is that what you want?
No. So, we will go find those among our ranks and we will punish them. I have already instructed the military leader to identify as many as possible who have this addiction and cannot separate from their phones. We will find them and we will punish them because what they are doing is criminal.
We cannot tolerate this. Sure, we raise awareness, but we cannot tolerate it. Look at the little phones, they're just for calling family. Here, there is no reason. Those who have parents who are magistrates or others who may be involved in the court judging terrorism, they get informed through them. Whether it's in the courts, whether it's the terrorists we take in combat as prisoners, whether it's those who surrender, they all unanimously tell us they managed to succeed in some attacks because of our soldiers' excessive phone use. So, if there's no awareness to get rid of it, we will take action.
And so, in a short time, you will surely see people dismissed and in prison because they endanger the lives of others and cannot separate themselves.
In any case, it's quite clear. There's a notice from the military hierarchy prohibiting the use of phones during operations. After the awareness phase comes the enforcement phase. We will not tolerate people putting others' lives in danger. Even your own life that you put in danger with the phone, you don't have the right because you do not belong to yourself.
Our soldier belongs to the army. You do not belong to yourself. You do not have the right to do what you want. You do what the army wants.
So everyone must be able to spread the message so that we can fight this phenomenon. If I insist on it, it's because it's quite serious.
It often cancels your courage. And it often results in losing good fighters because they were resting. And a fake fighter caused the enemy to approach and attack, finding that they were not ready.
See, that excessive phone use there and also pass the message as clearly as I am telling you to your comrades. I know that here you will find soldiers from all classes, yeah? Pass this message just as clearly. And those who spread harmful influences within the ranks, because they may also be influenced by the stateless ones who are surely outside and continue to fight against Burkina on social networks, through the media and so on. Be very careful. When someone tells you not to fight, they want to subdue you.
Do you want to be a slave? Do you want to be dominated?
React.
So, we must fight. There is not a single solution. The Burkinabe will not negotiate with their enemy. We are going to fight and we will win. It's the only thing that can prevail. There will not be a single ounce of negotiation with anyone. This is our land, we will fight. Those who came to attack us, they will die on this land.
We will not yield anything, absolutely nothing, not even a single square centimeter.
So I wish you to continue preparing, to always stay on alert. Even if you are not in operation, you must remain on alert. Because at any moment, you can be in operation. You must prepare for combats, and this war should not last any longer. Because we will do everything possible to resume the fight with intensity and annihilate that enemy. Congratulations to all the forces fighting, and hope you continue to work closely with the civilian population, because it is very, very important. We did not necessarily know this love between the army and the civilian population years ago. It wasn't easy. There were endless little skirmishes in the neighborhood hideouts. But today, the army and the population are united, and that is the essential factor for the success of such operations. You have the information, the intelligence as needed. You are supported morally, you are supported psychologically. So there is no reason to feel down. There is no reason not to push forward, not to continue. Keep cultivating this bond with the population. Keep helping them and keep working to unite them as well. Because our past of several decades of poor policies has contributed to weakening our different social layers, dividing people, often over trivial issues. And your role as well is to help unite them today. Because your voices carry weight,
Civilians believe in you. Today, when a soldier stands up and speaks to a dozen civilians, they listen, and it is easier for civilians to implement what you are telling them. So each of you, as you are, should be an ambassador of peace, of cohesion for our civilian brothers. Continue to play this role as well, to enjoy these moments of love among us, to talk to them, to bring them together, to be able to let go of certain divides that were created solely because of politics. And you must contribute to that. Because being in the military is not just about holding a weapon and running, killing, no. You are trained beyond that. If you defend a homeland, it means there are all these values you embody, and that you must also be able to use to unite your civilian populations. Good training for those who are still in training. Good luck, don't lose heart. It's tough here, but only the tough succeed. And you are tough and must succeed. For those on the ground, I wish you the best of luck in the operations, and keep sweeping through the various forests to detect any potential infiltrations. Continue to protect those populations who believe only in you, who count only on you. May God accompany you in your various missions. May God protect you throughout your different battles. May you return safe and sound to tell us about the battles so we can build our Burkina as we wish. The homeland or death, we shall overcome.